Today on JTV, we're in Easton, Pennsylvania at the Crayola Factory and Crayola store. You want to know what I did this summer? I went to the Crayola Factory with my green shirt, my green shoes, and my green glasses. I'm ready to explore color today, and we'll create a fun project with you about flowers that includes Crayola crayons. Big wheel in the background with all the different colors on it. Just to think that millions and millions of crayons are made here every single day, and those colors are colors that kids have used for decades creating things. The other cool thing about being inside here is it smells just like Crayola crayons. It's like being inside a big box of crayons. Interesting here at the Crayola Factory. One of the things that they're credited with is creating the pigment that made Barnes red. That's a fabulous thing. That's where it all started, with that red color and pigment. And the fact that all these different things, going back to chalk, I love the fact that the word Crayola comes from the French word cray, which means chalk, and ola meaning oily. A chalky, oily thing, the Crayola that we can draw with. I love looking at the old boxes too, and seeing what they used to look like all these years. There was a contest about the 100 billionth crayon, and look at Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, came in to create the 100 billionth crayon. And that Crayola crayon was blue, because just like we know about color, blue colors are the favorite throughout the world. That's it, the 100 billionth crayon that was poured by Mr. Rogers here. That's amazing. 1996, and it was sold back to the Benny Smith Company for $1 million bond. This is interesting. Prussian blue was the first Crayola to be renamed Midnight Blue because they felt that kids couldn't relate to Prussian history. And remember that flesh-colored one that we used to have in our boxes? They renamed that to Peach. And then, of course, Indian Red was renamed to Chestnut to be more politically correct. Retired colors: Teal Blue, Magic Mint, Mulberry, and Blizzard Blue. This is the box of dustless chalk. It was produced in 1902 and won a gold medal at the St. Louis World Exhibition. Oh my God. This is so cool. I think I know what I'm gonna do with the JTV set. Or maybe my office. Then what happens? What do I do? Okay, I pick a shape. A star. I love a star.
Okay.
Okay.
Q-tips in there and
okay.
you color them. Yeah,
oh,
it's on
I
your
gotcha.
clothes, it stains.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's on your hands, it's hot.
All right, perfect. Okay, thanks. Green and orange. So if it gets on me, it stains. And it's hot. Of course we're going to draw a flower. It smells just like crayons. JTV at the Crayola Factory. So you can draw on the sidewalk here too. I think that works, don't you? I love me some big crayons. JTV colors. So now it's time for us to head over to the crayon store to see the world's largest crayon. The world's largest Crayola crayon. It's blue. Now why the heck isn't it green?
Let's get a picture of it.
1,500 pounds, 15 feet long, and 16 inches in diameter. It's the equivalent of 123,000 blue crayons. You could draw a straight line for nearly 10 miles or cover an area the size of the football field. Now that's some color.
All that. This is 15 largest crayon.
Okay, so let's get started with today's project. I promised you it would involve Crayolas. And we're going to use a container like this. Great little 4x4 round cylinder vase. At the Crayola Factory, I was able to create my own tin of Crayolas. Look at those. I love having my orange and green JTV colors all set up just for me. Picking out your colors is perfect. Now imagine you can also do this using a box of Crayolas too, so that it's all different colors all the way around. And what we're going to do is put our crayons on the outside of the container using a rubber band. It's great because we can just slip those in all the way around the outside. You can do whatever patterns or whatever colors you want to. It's completely up to you. Imagine if you were doing this for a kid's party and you were doing random colors. That's perfect. Or, in this case, we're going to theme the colors to the arrangement that we're going to create. The rubber band is going to hold those Crayolas in place. Now you're noticing I'm not just doing every other one. I'm kind of doing a mixture of different colors. So there's some orange, some green, some are next to each other, others are separated by one. It all goes together. My flower selection then was also inspired by the colors of the Crayolas. This week, I'm also at the Dillon Corporation in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. It's right nearby Easton, so that's where we're creating the arrangement right now. One of the cool concepts that Dillon has here is using the Crayolas as a color reference with their customer. Because if someone's looking for a specific color, and maybe you're looking for this color right here, they use the sun glow, and everyone knows what that crayon looks like. So they've got a box of Crayolas to look at, the customer needs a box of Crayolas, and suddenly you've got a flower that matches it. Now we could fill this container with water. Today, I'm going to use a block of floral foam. I've put that down inside here, and the reason that I'm using the block of floral foam is because I want a slightly taller arrangement, and I want to be able to use all kinds of products together. One of the challenges we have with a short container like this is bunching flowers in there and trying to make them taller will cause them to fall out of that container. So we're using the foam, and it's concealed inside, behind the crayons. So, we'll start off. These are yellow James Story orchids from Amy's Orchids. Those are going to be our top placement. Now, I was just talking to the folks at Amy's, and they said, this is an incredible color, and people love it. It's a brand new color for them, and production's not quite up there. So you can order these, you'll get them in shorter lengths, but you can't order thousands of them just yet. Our next product is this amazing Solidago from Esmeralda. It's been dyed in an orange coloration, and they dip dye it so that the foliage itself stays natural. It won't color the water itself, and it adds a great unique color. Last year, they did the chocolate brown, and that's still very popular. But this year, they've added to that color palette with some incredible fall tone colors. I love this orange, and it's perfect in our arrangement because it starts to bring out that great deep hue that we have in oranges and greens. So with the oranges and greens, and also from Esmeralda, Anastasia. This wonderful mom, and you know, you might think this is a spider mom. I like to call them Fuji mums, or better yet, Esmeralda's term, Anastasia, because Anastasia is pretty. People kind of get a little scared of spiders, so Anastasia's a great term. And by adding that chartreuse green right on the base of our container, look how it makes those other colors bubble up. Now we're using this as a centerpiece, so I've got to make sure that I get flowers on both sides of the arrangement. My next flower, a couple of Milva roses. Those are just killer and add that perfect orange content. Now another unique thing here at the Dillon Corporation is the fact that they grow gerberas. They also grow amazing lilies, and they're grown right here on the premises. So you get gerberas and lilies that are fresher than anywhere else. These Ger spiders are going to add a fun interest to our kids' party using those Crayola colors. And we'll finish it off using the beautiful lilies. Now you'll notice that my lily placements are last in my design. I put those in last so that I won't run the risk of breaking off one of the lily blossoms. So I'm extra careful in making those placements at the end of my flower design. I love the fact the Ger spiders too are also known as shaggy gerberas, and so having them out there, shag carpet, all that fun shag things hanging off there, kids are going to be crazy about this type of flower arrangement. We'll conceal our rubber band with a ribbon, and we'll bring that around and tie it into place. I'll just do a half shoelace bow so that it's nice and casual. The final step for this then is we'd use a tablecloth like this or a white tablecloth so that we could have crayons out on the table. so that the kids are able to draw right on the tablecloth and have some fun. You could use butcher paper as well, or craft paper, but this way, kids get to be creative at the party too. I hope you enjoyed our colorful day here at the Crayola Factory in Easton, Pennsylvania, and also our fun flower project that included Crayola crayons. We also did some shopping today, so look for some great Crayola things to appear on the JTV set soon. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.